We had a lovely little house with a lovely little garden, and I noticed that Bob was sitting inside a lot reading the paper. He loves to read the Herald. And I'd go out and about, but Bob would still be sitting there when I came home, so it really wasn't very healthy, I didn't think. And I did worry about Bob being at home by himself, but he always did find things to do to occupy himself. And as he said, he seemed to be quite happy. But I did feel that it was isolating, and I wasn't going to let Bob get old too soon. The thing for us was that we didn't want to start spending our little bit of capital on the upkeep of the house, you know, and the rates go up and the water and everything. So we did start looking at places, and then of course we heard that this village was going up. I think really we decided that we wanted to be part of that at a time when we could really enjoy it. And we wanted to make the decision because we wanted to be in charge of what we were going to do and not our families. I think in the first instance it was the beautiful buildings, the architecturally designed buildings, you know, spacious and modern and up to date. And yes, the staff were endlessly helpful and lovely. And it didn't feel, you know, some people refer to them as rest homes still. Well, no, they most certainly aren't. They're lifestyle villages, and there's so much to involve yourself in. So it was all of those things, but also the security of the village and the feeling of being in a community that looks out for each other, and also the fixed fee. We know exactly what we've got, what we have to pay, and how much is left. And yes, we can access the things we need because of that peace of mind and knowing about that fee.
Yeah.
And I know our friends who are still living in their house, it's a concern for them about the rates and the water rates too. It's something else that they have to think about. So we don't have to worry about that anymore.
No.
And the fixed fee is sort of, well, that's never going to change for us. But I think it's just the most important thing. It's such peace of mind. So for us, it was just a no-brainer, if you like. It just was just the best decision, wasn't it?
That's right. Yep.
At first, I think the euphoria of moving in, and it was almost like you're in a hotel. Then things settled down and it became our home, and we know that if we just want to be quiet and be together, we can just close the door and quite happily live in our apartment. And then at other times you might want a bit of company and out you go. But there's no shoulds and musts about that. We just do what we want to do. So for me, no, it's just been wonderful. It means that I have a life outside of the village. Bob seems to be perfectly happy within the village, and then we go out for lunch with friends occasionally, just to keep that outward look, because you need that too.
I go for a walk probably twice a week, and we go down to the snooker room and play pool down there. Now we're a good group, and we go down there most afternoons at 2 o'clock and play, and it just goes on all afternoon for maybe 2.5 hours, and it's just wonderful. Just hop in the lift and down you go to number 5, and
everything's there.
And it's all there.
Bob doesn't drive anymore, so for him it's just an absolute bonus, isn't it?
Yep, it is.
You can have all of these things and you don't even leave the building.
No, it's great.
We're happy as clams, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Yes, it's been a wonderful decision. The best decision we've ever made. And as far as the family are concerned, they're ecstatic and they love the apartment and all of the things that we're involved in. And I remember our daughter saying, oh, I wonder how Dad will get on when he gets in there. But now she's just absolutely overjoyed. I mean, he's never here for her to speak to if she phones. He's always out and about doing something. So for her, it's just been wonderful as well. And the grandchildren have been to stay, and they just love it too. Yes, they think it's wonderful. Everybody makes a fuss. When we were in our own house, you know, sometimes the conversation would be about how we're going to manage. You know, how will we repair the roof, and have we got money to spend on that? But you see, that all goes. You don't have those worrying conversations anymore.
You don't have to worry about those things anymore.
And also, if one of you if one of you passes away, how will the other one cope in a house by themselves? So that's not there anymore. And I think as we get older, those fears are very real, that, the financial ones, the health ones, all of those things. And coming into a place like this just alleviates a lot of those worries. And it gives you a better quality of life when you don't have to think about those things.